Anti-Zionism, I've long said, is anti-Semitism. I was wrong. Anti-Zionism is genocide.
Jonathan Greenblatt is a very well-connected
Anti-Zionism is genocide. TOS at 255. Thank you.
Political operative. And he's riding this wave of the ADL's name having unwarranted credibility with the media.
And if you wouldn't tolerate it if someone's wearing a swastika on their arm, I'm sorry, you shouldn't tolerate it if they're wearing a keffiyeh.
Yeah, he made a comparison between a swastika and a keffiyeh, dude. Freak. Freak-ass bitch. Truly. I just... Civil rights organization, by the way. Freak.
All right, Jonathan Greenblatt, thank you so much.
Greenblatt suggested that tolerating people wearing the Palestinian keffiyeh, a basic symbol of Palestinian culture, that is tantamount to tolerating people who are wearing swastikas. He speaks
For those of you who don't understand, okay, there is no moral equivalence between Nazi Germany and fucking demonstrating your support for Palestinian emancipation. Do you understand? It is actually infinitely closer in practice and in theory that to make a it's an infinitely more apt comparison to make comparisons between Nazi Germany and the state of Israel. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Very authoritatively and confidently, but he uses that confidence to aggressively weaponize the charge of anti-Semitism in order to silence any criticism of Israel.
We wrote to the ADL for a response to this characterization of its work, that the organization and its CEO label criticism of Israel as anti-Semitic. We didn't get a response, and that didn't come as a surprise. Greenblatt has made clear what he thinks of Al Jazeera's output.
The Al Jazeera effect. So pumping propaganda 24/7, across people's cell phones.
Yeah, the propaganda is simply showing people unfiltered what Israel is doing to Palestinians, by the way. That's the propaganda. The propaganda here, okay, he's using it as a pejorative, right? Propaganda here from Jonathan Greenblatt is just like one of the few outlets that genuinely shows what the fuck Israel is up to. That's what's so unimaginable. That's so unacceptable.
On their television screens.
The ADL was founded in 1913 when waves of anti-Semitism were sweeping across Europe and the United States, and just 3 decades before the rise of Hitler in Germany. The ADL now calls itself the world's leading expert.
There was TOS, I skipped it.
On anti-Semitism. On its website, the organization lists its activities, and its studies on anti-Semitism have become a fixture in American media.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, the main question here is, are the ADL's anti-Semitism stats credible? The answer, unfortunately, is no. It is supposed to be the premier and perhaps one of the most important organizations to combat anti-Semitism. Okay? And with all of the esteem that they have, they've basically squandered their reputation, what remained of their reputation, and are completely insane. Why? Because they are one of the most vicious, overt bullies that actively undermines their status as a civil rights organization by routinely conflating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism, as Jonathan Greenblatt did here. And their fucking audits literally are just like anyone that is wearing a keffiyeh, someone who said free Palestine, someone who said from the river to the sea, Palestine should be free. Regardless of whether they're Jewish or Christian or Muslim, Arab, Palestinian, doesn't matter. When you do that, yes, you'll get these incredible reports about anti-Semitism exploding. And the irony, of course, is that anti-Semitism is exploding in the United States of America. That's what's so crazy about it. So at a time when a real institution that tracks anti-Semitism is needed the most, the ADL is squandering that reputation that they previously had by actively using it as an offensive weapon of propaganda and greatly exaggerating the anti-Semitic incidents by tacking on pro-Palestinian sentiment into actual audits of real anti-Semitic incidents. All while simultaneously defending real anti-Semitic incidents like Elon Musk ripping the fucking Sig Heil.